Take two, folks. Let me close this and restart it so I can show you the intro vid. I tried to do this a moment ago and OBS was deciding not to acknowledge my mic. Like a bitch. There we go. Steam was taking a moment to acknowledge that the game had closed. Hopefully this will click in quite nicely.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal.
Even in debt, I am served. So yeah, sadly I do not have the Heretic DLC. But I'm sure I'll pick that up soon. I just was so mum did for 40k games, because she was thinking of getting some. And I saw the trailers for this and whatnot, and I was like, oh, you know what, this sounds good, so let's get it. Jeez, just give him 200% health. Skills have a single use per fight? Enable enhanced exploration? What does that mean? I wish there was a clarification. Achievement available. Oh yeah, if you start with nothing and win the game, then you get an achievement. That's another achievement. That's another achievement. That's another achievement. It's a bit sore right now. It was fine, but I've been panicking about my kit as of late. I realized I had my headset in a USB 4 slot. It's a USB 2 thing. Apparently USB 3 is meant to be backwards compatible, but I kept getting shocks off it. So I'm constantly expecting to get a shock. Sometimes I feel like I am, but I think it's just all in my head. Because I had no issue for months on end with it. I just, when I unplugged it, I realized, oh shit, when I plugged it back in, it was in the wrong slot. And so now I'm paranoid. So I think it's just me being twitchy. That's why I'm still using it like this, you know? I think it's just me being worried about it. Pointlessly. Trust me, there'll be nothing new. Boy. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war fleets serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, They manufactured Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as forge worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that's both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitarii troops. I haven't done any audio testing. You've basically seen all I've done with the game. Literally, in the first attempt, I went into the game, saw the intro cutscene, was on the menu, noticed Heretic, then I tabbed out. That's it. So I've completely forgot about audio testing. So if the audio's bad here, it should be. I'll take a look at it once I can. Should hopefully be good enough. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of the mankind's last defenses against a new dark age. Or perhaps they'll be the ones to hasten its dawn. To be fair, the Imperium's already in a dark age. Well, actually, no, wait. There was humanity's glorious days, then they descended into techno-barbarians, then they rose again, with some limitations, and now they're sinking again. That's my understanding. So technically it isn't a dark age, it's just a twilight. The sun's low. An echo in the new sphere, Magos. An old transmission lost in the warp, recovered only now. This is a word of your attention. The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. So this is set in modern 40k. Post-Fall of Cadia, when there's a huge rift across the Imperium, splitting it in two. Ton of worlds trapped within and, tormented. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown, but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission's origin is Silva Tenebris, part of the Amissus Solaris within the Ultima Segmentum, so within the Ultramarines' home space. My understanding of 40k lore is limited. I know bits and pieces here and there. I just stopped the recording there for a sec to put up some edit marks. And this was very small to record so far. I was expecting it to be larger. Not that I recorded much, but it's just 47 meg. Just seems very little. I'm used to things being much more hefty. Search roles, Redditus, gathered them. 4 months later. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you'll see what I've seen, but be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, and I hope I have awoken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes, threats to body and soul, but by the Amnesaya, I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Rasak. He vanished while on an explorator mission to investigate xenostructures in Silver Tenebris. Hypothesis. He found something. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. Let's achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Benefit analysis, peace for the sector, knowledge for mankind, plus plus plus, potential, plus plus plus, opportunity. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos, Skevoa, not appropriate them. Temescarian manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder, for to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. My guy, we're approaching the target coordinates. Castius McKellen. We lost 5 navigators this day. Catapron's gone rogue. Exiting the Imperium. Eastern Fringe. Silver Tenebris. I'm not reading the coordinates. I kept playing this song when I was trying to... Oh, shut up. Apologies. I don't like talking over cutscenes. Apologies for that. But, yeah, I kept playing that song while I was recording. Well, not recording. When I was trying to put together this PC myself, I kept playing that song in hopes of, it felt fitting, really. I nearly got the PC built myself. In the end, I had to hand it in, because I was missing one last step looking at the instructions. The instructions seem to imply an either-or situation, but it seems it wasn't at all. It was like, plug it in here, or these 2 places. But it seemed to be, plug it in all 3 places. So, yeah. It's probably best for someone else to do it anyway. Electricity likes me too much. Like the amount of times I've gotten electrically shocked. Really. I was unplugging my PC once and I ended up frying a port. I was trying to play Bannerlord a while back. Well, ages back at this point of recording, and who knows when this is coming out. And yeah, I ended up frying myself into a stupor. Shocking myself. I ended up shocking myself badly. I ended up kind of stupefied from it. I'm still waiting on superpowers, by the way. I've not turned into Shocker yet. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere is standard breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in stable orbit, Magos. Ministratum records indicate a single colony at St. Eckhard's Hope on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries, colony presumed failed. Yeah, they don't, like, the Imperium will set up colonies and not think much of them. So they will, you know, they don't keep up to date on things. The Imperium is too wide, too far spread. So they're like, there's too much going on at any one time to think of every single random colony, you know? So they'll just set stuff up, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hell, fuck. What was it? Frax. Arcadia. Krieg. You know, the Kriegers. Apparently the Imperium at large forgot about them during their civil war. They just was like, oh, they're killing each other now. Oh well. And they just didn't send aid around. It wasn't worthwhile to them. So when the Kriegers won, it's just like, oh, you're back. Okay. Oh yeah. You know, and that's one. That's like a noted Imperial world now. Like, so it's just like rando colony. Well, I suppose at the time they didn't care much for it, I suppose, but yeah, that's basically like, they presumed failed after 2 centuries. Yeah, they didn't even send anyone to... Okay, take again. But yeah, it's not surprising that they haven't gotten in contact with that colony 200 years, because that's the Imperium for you. There's just so much going on, so many different places, so much fighting, so much this and that to go through. You know, I'm not questioning how well they're handling it to begin with. Never mind having to worry about random colonies, you know, and the shit going on there. So, I want to say I saw in a war video that they somewhat forgot about Krieg during a civil war. The Civil War went on for a couple 100 years, and when Krieg finally got itself under control and tried to join the Imperium again, it took them a bit to remember who they were. Not that I don't think Krieg was too relevant at the time. Now, like, the Krieg troops are everywhere, but at the time they didn't have that going on. So they were just more a standard Imperial planet, to my knowledge. So, you know, random colony in the ass end of nowhere is going to be ignored even harder, you know? The Skitari will deploy on the surface near the ruins, along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Silver Skull Redictus will serve Redicus. Excuse me. Redictus? Well, I'm not sure. Will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magus. I'll set up a forward command post. Resec's transmission will look like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to an underground structure so your tech priests can begin the exploration. Argolet sector located. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. The once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, when instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks of only decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a similar way of life. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Of the secrets of this world equals 0. I counsel caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints, 791. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Videx. The structure is too deep buried, and Scaevola, no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. The exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There's no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. it would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a mortal threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they're still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomia. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Several subredditors will be on my eyes and ears at the ground. Omnicide be praised, we're going in. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do. Like a true tech priest, you must experiment in order to learn. We'll help you this one time. Left click, left mouse button on the adjacent room to move. Okay, servitors. And Apprentice Jeremiah and Magos Minarius. These Xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. They are my undoers, necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. Tiresias? This could be a rare example of the Necron language, Magos. We barely have any knowledge of it. Taking data from this monolith obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is the work of the alien Magos. Codex Fulminatus 8312. Show caution and scorn in all things. Sometimes tech priests receive feedback information about what they encountered in a room. These situations will require you or commander to make decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. I still didn't check the audio. I'll check once we're done. Excuse me. Ahead, once this option's done. Ahead is an obelisk like... Actually, I can now tab. It's not too bad. It could be a little lower, but it's actually fine. Ahead is an obelisk-like object, covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. Almost reaches the tall ceiling of this chamber. So, secure. Check the surrounding chambers for potential dangers. Examine the inscriptions on the obelisk, or destroy it. Imagine if we secure it, the obelisk may... activate. If we scrutinize it, we may have a chance of stopping it. And if we just destroy it, then we'll probably get pissy. So I'm torn between these two, just examining it, in which case we could get ambushed or attacked. But then the obelisk itself could harm us with this. This does seem the most cautious of the approach. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Thank the Omnicide, no one was close enough to be hit by the radiation, but something's happening in there. Something huge. Narcolith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. The cohort searched the chambers adjoining the obelisk location, found a few pieces of wreckage made from exotic materials, and are gathering them when the obelisk suddenly split open, bathing in its chamber in radiation. It appears there's also something inside the obelisk. One, two, sure. Okay, moving on. Okay. to do here but just go fight them. Necrons. Razak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says they are as deadly as they are inhuman. The Cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. Consistency. Follow the established combat engagement protocols. It should be done by the book. Caution. Exercise extreme caution. Do not charge in too heedlessly, lest the trick of the alien be our downfall. The aggressive stance of the tech priest ensures they'll not be outmaneuvered, but risks their running headlong into the fire of the enemy. Consistency. Combat will be joined according to the long-established tenets of the Adeptus Mechanicus, for good or ill. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Redactus cogitators are now function for synthetic life for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this standard construct. Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. None. Concerning. Wonder what about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos. A must. Do not underestimate ghost weaponry. Highly volatile. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters at the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of the Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also, double-checking cogitators, widely known that they self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill Scutari are equivalent of a Class C graze to Necrons. At the start of every fight, you must decide the location of your units on the battlefield. You can only place units on highlighted squares. Click on a square to place the unit. Omniscient Axe. Machine Spirit. Not sure what these are. Are these things I can interact with? Are they hostile? What? And I thought I was getting the other guys as well. Put them behind cover. They can open fire on these guys and they'll be close enough to deal with this at the very least. Maybe too close. Through pain I find wisdom. Okay, do these not count as cover? Jesus Christ. Move unit left, yeah. Then you can confirm movement, right to climb. Enough cognition points. This will give one cognition. Just move to Tech Priest to source of cognition points. Above information, Tech Priests are harvesting. Several ways to collect. That is an awkward abbreviation. That is an awkward fucking abbreviation. Yes, Mechanicus, toaster fuckers extraordinaire, and collectors of CP. That is awkward. That is awkward. Some ways to collect cognition points. The fastest way is moving tech priests close to the source of cognition points. Many other ways to collect cognition points, so look around to find out what they are. Stored at the bottom screen in the gauge. They're a shared team resource, so plan ahead. Where's 2? Still don't have enough. This is your service skull. The skull of a faithful servant of the Messiah, augmented to be a useful companion. Every tech priest has their own service skull. Service skulls are very helpful in combat and cognition point collection. Select an enemy to find out its battle statistics. Reveal the statistics of this enemy. Knowing your enemy stats will greatly increase your chances of success. The real HP, armor, and energy weapon statistics. And, well, HP, physical armor, and energy armor statistics. So which weapon types, physical or energy, work best against this target. Look, that said it collects them. Select the weapon that's out of range of any target. Do it. In turn. Ooh, you can actually do it. You're out of range. You can actually fire. You don't reveal the statistics for this target. As a result, the amount of damage dealt is unknown. Service goals, specialized weapons, or other skills reveal the life of an enemy. Ignore him, please. Oh, nice. Oh, you'll be able to call in other members of the cohort as battle goes on. This will happen at the start of every round. You'll need... I'm sorry, I can't... I keep seeing... my mind keeps replacing this. That we need to bribe them with... B to come in, and it puts a different image on it all, and it's quite funny to me. Ooh, you have physical armor, while you have energy armor. Okay. I'll put a servitor here. Dead scan. And I'll put a servitor here. In Mechanicus, there are 2 types of units to control. Tech priests, the 2 you've commanded, and troops, such as the one you've just deployed onto the battlefield. Troops are your servants and cannon fodder. They don't have access to as many weapons and skills as tech priests. However, they're useful and should not be overlooked. Damage absorbed. Use all possible actions to unit, and then we can do this round. And turn bottom right. When an enemy moves out of melee range, provided your unit is a melee weapon, the enemy will trigger an opportunity attack. Opportunity attack gives your unit a free melee attack on an enemy. Each unit can only perform one opportunity attack per round. Jesus. Killing Necrons is simple. Necrons are made of a self-repairing metal, necrodermis, that is able to knit together dismembered limbs and gaping wounds. Call this the reanimation protocol. When a Necron is in the reanimation protocol, they're unable to fight but will return to fighting conditions soon. Doing any amount of damage to Necron in this state will destroy them indefinitely. When servitors are in combat, tech priests take an interest, quickly noting damage angles, projectile speeds, and other useful combat information to be used later against their enemies. This is represented by gaining a cognition point. Servitors is a very useful unit in all your missions. I have to spend a point to gain a point there. So they can't stand there. You're just about to move using cognition movement. This happens when you move within the orange movement. Confirming it will use cognition points, allowing your tech priest to move faster. I'll use it because I'll gain one. Oh, and I can still act. The Necron you just attacked has been teleported away somewhere far beyond your reach. In practical terms, this means you killed the target. It's not actually defeated, though, is the issue. Oh, Jesus, I can still move? Fuck. This is, very much an XCOM-like kind of thing. That's how I'm, mentally processing it, you know? I'll put them in a similar genre. Like if you like XCOM, you like this, but it does operate under a very different rule set. You know? Like, my God. Four damage. Beautiful. Could kill it. It did. Get enough cognition points to use a cognition point-powered weapon. Some weapons like Phosphorus Serpentis require cognition points to use. So, and you can see the cost up there. And shooting enemy with it reveals their statistics. Sure, do it. Destruction is destiny to Xenos. No threat remaining. All Xenos life forms purged. cohort HP amount carries over from each fight within a mission. Keep this in mind when exploring a tomb. Look out for opportunities to repair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Hypothesis formation, sarcophagi, coffins, burial places, structural purpose, destination, tomb. Chamber head contains several. In the chambers ahead are several groups of structures, like upright coffins of an unknown material. Make sure you destroy any structure that looks suspicious. It's worth pausing your advance to do harm to the Xenos abominations. Do not tarry to observe the works of the alien. Press on and avoid any distractions. Ensure you observe your surroundings carefully. The detailed pictographs and readings may be the key to success. That's their tomb. That could be a good idea. I'm always inclined towards study. Ooh, and I did actually get the research off the others, like the 2 monoliths and the other thing. Which makes sense. I just was waiting for the game to be a dick about it. They're waking up. Sadly, one went to waste, but I got 150. Cohort examines the sarcophagi. I noted that each indeed contains a Necron war form from its heavily armored exterior. Drawing power from somewhere. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. Oh. This gives 3. Kind of inclined towards having the other guy up front so he can axe people, but he is on half health right now. Cognition gauge is full, isn't it? I entirely forgot about that. Ooh, can't fire round himself. I chose well there. Do it. Oh, even just shooting them gives the cognition. Nice. Oh. Scarabs. What are those? Opportunity. Knowledge. Gather. Must obtain required. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area is safe. Continue forwards. Redactus, verify your cogitators. Didn't tell me what surface from Magos resects cogitators. Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Biology, synthetic, possible artificial intelligence. When specimens are gathered, all AI theory equals false. Person recording. Weeks of study show that there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter. They repair other units within their species with lightning speed, where they're deadly large swarms. It appears the machine spirit is with us, but able to access more of Rezek's data that we thought was corrupt. It must be due to this. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to its cogitator records. So I'm not sure why he would lock us under synthetic proximity encryption. Dude's a pain in the ass. Ah, you can see the host going down with each hit. Ah, it's a single tile out of range. Go on, shoot that. Ooh. Right. That's annoying. Damage. I must seek further illumination. Nice. I was hoping to get away with it not activated. Ooh, 2 left over, nice. Down, can't get quite close enough. No threat remaining. All Xenos life forms purged. Ooh, skull. Okay, just gonna stop for 1 sec. Hello, folks, and I'm back after hours. My mom is here.
Hey.
So, let us continue. Ooh, I'll save. Sure, save one. I like when they just give me a name I can use. Because then I can just quick save without having to think or mash the keyboard. Oh, and we're just done the tutorial now.
Very good.
I was hoping there was a bit I could show you.
Ah, that's fine.
This symbol represents location of significant importance to your mission. Entering these rooms brings you closer to the end of a mission. Negative signs of hostile forces. Seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Acknowledge Magos. Protocol begins. What is the primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations. Any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary. Sourced the purpose of this tomb. Why was it built? Interface devices are all but eroded. This is one device that may hold answers. But Necron data wounds are incomprehensible to Imperium Archaeotech. This may take a while. Idea, Magos. If I take host to this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. New sphere interfacing complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions, Magos. Deconstruct device, activate switch mechanisms, learn Necron language, and return later. What will it be, sire?
You're a little bit low.
Oh, am I?
You are.
Okay. My settings kind of jerked around on me. So...
No bother.
You could hire me on your end. I seem okay on my end, volume-wise.
Okay, I tried hiring it, but it was just the game sound that hired.
If you...
Unless there's a different one for me to go to.
There is. If you hire me, see in Discord, there's Palnai server, and you see Palanai, like my name, in green right now. Well, my icon's surrounded by green. If you right-click on that, you'll see volume options.
Okay.
You'll see user volume, and if you just slide that to the right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that sounds better.
Good.
That's better.
Ooh, can scroll this way, but can't go any other way with the on-screen controls.
Okay.
Weird. And I can go this way, but not this way.
Huh.
Weird. Always so meticulous.
That is strange.
Apologies.
Oh, you're fine.
Always so meticulous with your tech acquisitor. Engage on Xenos mechanisms, although I detest to do so. The promises... although I detest to do so, promises of rewards are too great to ignore. Have to lower ourselves to the Xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the Archaeotech we seek. Protocol updated. Confusion. New space interference. New spheric. Disconnected once. Purged. Reset. New spheric. Disconnect complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sire, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting the Minis input. Fragmenting. Explain. As Tech Inquisitor Skilvoa suddenly my cogitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign regitories. Unclear full damage report. Necron device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. 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 Frag. Remove yourself from the new sphere. Skivoa. Reditus, report. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitari cohorts across the planet note that the tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitari that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Improved protection protocols, load weapons, and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet to burn, life yet to blossom. Is it truly time?
Well, I don't need to read his dialogue. It's funny how the only one I don't need to read is the Inhuman guy. Like,
At least he's helpful.
he is. You know, gotta give that to Necron Slitface here.
Yeah.
You think the Necrodermis would have patched that up? That's what they're like made of. It's like living metal.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they will like reattach limbs and all that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird for there to be damage to the chassis that they don't repair. But
Whatever floats his boat.
indeed. Thrones of Mars. What was that? An omnilinguistic transmission, Magos. It seems these new constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure. Well, that's useful.
Yep.
Omnilinguistic transmission.
I like the sound of that.
No matter what language you speak, even alien dialects, it's translated to you. Or it's provided in it. That's damn handy.
It is. That is cool.
That's insane. That's awesome.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
Principal Xenos warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Magos? The cohort reaches a large chamber beneath the first layers of the Xenos runes. Bridges stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together, while rubble falls from the high walkways like breadcrumbs, escaping into the abyss below. Stand ground. Annihilate the Xenos filth with righteous fury. Fall back. Get the tech priest out of there. Contain the Xenos and return it to Castius McKellen intact, so it can be vivisected and studied. I like them with righteous fury, or capture. I don't want to just fall back. I'm kind of inclined towards capture.
Okay.
So yeah, basically you do have to make these choices at times, and they'll have the various effects.
Okay. So, what are you going with?
I kind of want to stand ground, kill them, but I kind of want to capture. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
If you insist, Magos, we'll do our best, but I fear you may be overestimating our combat capability.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
Green light flickers into life from within the shadows. Green light flickers into life from within the shadows. Gorhard prepares for the worst as skeletal silhouettes start to form in the front of the shadows. Right. I do like that transition screen.
Yeah.
Survive 6 rounds. This final battle is a tutorial. Apply what you've learned so far and strive to obtain victory. The 41st millennium is a brutal place. You may lose this battle, but not the war. In Mechanicus, there are many alternative paths to discover. Ah, this spawns enemies.
Okay.
So enemies will just keep coming out of these. And then there's a oh, great. The enemy commander, Void Admiral Argolact, is a destroyer. Ugh. Fun. I remember seeing lore on them before. I think the thing was that they were the ones, like, they were in stasis, but their stasis glitched. So they were actually conscious the entire time.
Oh.
For like 10,000 years.
Damn.
Or more. So, yeah, they kind of are a little balmy now. Want to end all life.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're fun guys to have around.
They are, yeah. They are. They sound like another crowd we know. No names mentioned. Those who shall not be named.
I feel on some of that just makes it sound worse. Yeah, I keep trying to steer around with the directional stuff here, and
Yeah.
I keep end up just being zooming to different people, so I end up fighting myself. Ooh, that's a hell of a fact. But yeah, I may not be able to win this. Don't know what health he has. They say he survived 6 rounds, but I may just be able to beat him down.
Yeah.
If I focus fire. If he stays up there, I'm in a good place. If he doesn't, I'm not.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. Down here. Yeah, there's 3 spawners there, 3 spawners there. Nothing up here, so this would be the best place to go, but I can't get up here. The boss is up there.
Right.
I'm not liking this. Do it. Okay, a servitor. Sadly, he can't reach anyone, so the best I can do is just to run here. What are these called? What are these called again? I can only remember CP. What does it stand for? Cognition. There we go. Ooh, nice music.
It is, yeah.
I'm gonna move over here. No. Move here. Maybe I shouldn't have spawned everyone in, but oh well. Ooh, I could send them to get a cognition point. Instead, reveal this guy's stats. "40 hit points and high physical resistance." Fun. Stay here. Just to delay this unit's turn. Delaying a turn, move to the end initial queue, cannot delay more than once. Over here. You. So around the battlefield are these little pylons, and you get cognition points from them.
Okay.
See these little circles down here?
Yeah.
You use them for various things, like to run further than you otherwise could. Like additional movement. You can use them to fire certain weaponry. This kind of thing.
Okay.
And you don't know how much damage you do to an enemy unless you've revealed their stats.
Okay.
So if I shoot at this guy, I won't know how much damage I do till I study him.
Okay.
So. So see, I now have cognition, so I can move further. Not going to, though. Of course, he'll be from the tech priest. Of course. 2 damage.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
The war in heaven was the war between the Necron-Tiers / Necrons versus the Eldar. Well, actually, no, sorry, let me correct myself. The Eldar were involved, but it was actually between the Necron-Tier / later Necrons and the Old Ones, the beings that made the Eldar. Space elves.
Okay.
So they forged worlds, they made the Eldar, they made the Orcs, they made a variety of different races out there.
They were busy.
Yeah, and well, they made the Quarks. The modern day 40k Orcs are the reduced version of them. And the Necrons fought them. So, you know, he is bragging something very significant here.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know, it's... He's not saying, like, I went shopping at Costco. No, you know. It is a fair boast.
Yeah.
Oh, he's shift armor type. Okay, at least I can hit him now. I'm glad I delayed your turn. That worked out well for me.
Good, good.
Oh, and I get another point. down here. When these guys get damaged, we get a cognition point.
Okay.
So, there's a variety of different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly he switched to energy armor, so this gun won't do much.
Okay.
Home for on you. Nice. Sadly, if he had an energy armor, he'll be dead right now. Move in and just hit him. When you enter melee combat and adjacent square to an enemy, you are unable to use ranged weapons. It's too dangerous to use at close range. Kill it. And sadly, these guys need to be hit again to finish them.
Okay.
But at least they're out of combat. Ooh, and I can use you again. When you use the weapon, the machine spirit gets charged, and their next hit, or whatever, will do extra damage.
Okay.
Or will gain an additional benefit, like you see over here to the side machine spirit.
Yeah.
This does plus 3 damage, so I'll do 4 to 5 damage for each hit.
Okay.
So, sadly, this guy will not be able to do anything to this dude for much longer. Once he gets a move, he's dead.
Cool.
But, well, not quite cool, but
Oh.
hopefully we won't be able to do anything else that round.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's just gonna shoot him dead instead. Damn it. Servitor 0001 has died. Do not worry, troops are cannon fodder designed to protect your tech priests from enemy attacks. Without tech priests, your mission will fail. Guess I'll move you back there. And turn. Out of range. Your range is very limited with this gun. Survive for 4 more rounds. Could move here, and so I can shoot at this guy's back and kill him. Or at least knock him down. Yeah.
Okay.
Not quite close enough to get this, but that's fine. I can also move again because I have cognition. You can move really far. As long as you have these points, you can actually move really far.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be a cover system in the game.
How dare these wretched things stand before the Void Admiral of Cesaragon?
Sounds like a good seasoning. Changed armor type. That's conductive. Oh shit. Nice. Tried to move, so we got a free hit. if you're in melee and the enemy tries to move, like leave melee so they can shoot or whatever, you get an opportunity to attack them. So it's just a free move. It's quite nice.
It is.
If only I had one more shot already done on this, then I could... Well, I'll be doing 2 additional damage with this hit.
Yeah.
Oh well. Next round, provided he lives. Move. Okay, how I'm going to get him into melee. Okay, end turn. That's not a wall. Move up here.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
Friendly. If I move here, I can get... Oh, damn, it's NG shield now. So this, even though I'm getting the bonus damage, isn't going to do much.
Yeah.
Oh, all weapons have sacred machines. All weapons have sacred machine spirits within them. The more you use a weapon, the more charged it becomes. When a machine spirit is charged, it will gain a buff to the tank of that weapon. Each weapon's machine spirit will charge at a different rate. Weapon is shown underneath the weapon's icon. When you select the weapon, you'll see the buffs of machine spirit within the tool. So yeah, sadly, despite the bonus damage, now I'm only doing 1 to 3 compared to the 4 to 5 of last time.
Ah.
Because this guy's now 5 NG armor.
That's a pity.
I could hold on to it, but I suppose I will. I think he's safe enough there. This one's moving. Can you really fire on this guy from here? No. Now this guy's gun will do normal damage, 2 to 4, but I want him to move away because I don't trust his ability to tank a shot from him.
Do not think to challenge us, we who killed our gods.
To explain that, the Catan, at some stage during the War in Heavens, the Necrontyr discovered at their star was a strange energy form that was actively eating solar radiation. And so they got curious about it.
Yeah.
What they did was they ended up coaxing it into a body of necrodermis, giving it physical form. And for the first time in its existence, that being acknowledged other life forms.
Okay.
They found others of these and coaxing them all into the necrodermis. They became known as the Catan. And were worshipped by the Necrontyr
Right.
and assisted them in the war in the heavens against the Old Ones. And it's because of the Catan, the Necrons are now called the Necrons.
Okay.
Much like the Catan were coaxed into bodies of Necrodermis, the Catan advised the Necrons to do the same. Issue is that I think I've heard various explanations for it. I can't remember the details clearly, but it's either an error, an intentional error with the translation process of putting their souls into these metal bodies, or if it was from the Necron, it was from the Catan skimming off the top. They were basically like consuming some of the soul of the Necrontyr as they were going into the metal bodies.
Right.
But a lot of the lower tier Necrons ended up basically mindless.
Yeah.
While the upper class, like the ruling bodies, they still have their personalities and whatnot, but they are a bit warped from the process.
Yeah.
Any better natures they may have had are kind of dead or,
Yeah.
basically diminished. As far as I know, there's one Necron Lord that actually has, I can't remember if they've changed this or what, but I remember seeing a claim going around that he basically thinks they're also Necrontyr. He doesn't realize he's made of metal. He doesn't realize any of the other races he's seeing are other races. He thinks they're just a really odd green Necrontyr.
Okay.
Like, say if they have an orc in front of them, or a human or an elder, he sees them all as Necrontyr and gets very confused. Well, he's perfectly friendly, but he's just like puzzled by them.
Yeah.
But it's like Alzheimer's. But eventually the Necrons, now as they were called Necrons, realized the betrayal of their gods and turned against them, shattering them. One got its last laugh. Well, two did. One cursed the Necrons that fought it with the flare virus, driving them mad, making them wear the flesh of the living. In the rabid desire to return to their flesh and blood bodies. They basically walk around wearing gore of their victims. It can spread to other Necrons, while another one manipulated another another Catan into eating multiple of his kin. For a laugh.
Right.
For a laugh.
Sounds like a fun guy.
Yeah. I think he's called the Trickster. Which is, the Deceiver. The Trickster was the Eldar god.
Yeah.
No, apologies.
Oh, you're fine.
Are they acting up?
No, actually, they're all fine. Your fella is manicuring his toes and his jelly beans, like the pads on his paw.
Yeah, cute, but irritating.
Yeah.
I could
just a tad.
I wasn't sure if I was annoying with my random war.
No.
Or if it was them being irritating.
It's him, because he's right in the corner of my eye as I'm looking at the screen.
Of course. If you want, we can pause for a sec and you can try and get him to stop.
There's no point. He doesn't listen.
Sure enough.
Isn't that right, Nero? The last time I tried to talk to him, he turned the whole computer off, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You done now? Well, apparently his feet were very tasty.
Apparently.
Because, yes, there's a lot of licking his lips going on.
Lovely.
Yeah, toe jam.
Best case scenario.
Oh, he's done now for a bit.
Here's hoping.
He's a funny little dude.
He is. I'm nervous about this.
Oh, you'd be grand.
This is a fight you can lose. It's fine, but I want to win, damn it.
You'll be grand.
Here's open. Okay, I'll just click. Nightmare Shrine. Oh, maybe that's just a move of switching. And he's dead. Okay, you. Come on. Move here. This guy's got incredible range, so
Okay,
hitting a dick isn't an issue. And thankfully he switched to physical armor, so this gun will work well.
cool.
So 6 to 8 damage. But I only need to survive to the end of the round, I think, so that's something.
Good.
Nice. If only you can be knocked off that ledge.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, thankfully these didn't spawn anyone. Only 3 health. Jesus. Maybe that's why there's still a dude left.
Yeah.
That could be it. I'm gonna end turn here.
Can you hear the trembling of the stars? Can you feel the whole galaxy's terror?
Please stop your movement right there. Ah. Xenos contained. The cohort successfully survived the Xenos life forms. Confirm.
Does that mean you won?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to kill him, you just had to survive the fight.
Okay.
Maybe killing him would have been another option, but
You survived.
yeah. And I'm happy for that. I'll take that win.
Exactly.
I did not nearly have the damage potential to kill that guy. He had like 40
Yeah.
hit points, and my shots do like 2 to 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
In melee I hit harder. I could do maybe 4 to 5 standardly, but he can do like 8.
Yeah.
5, 8. He like crit twice in a row on my guys, and then the other tech priest he hit, he did for 5. The tech priest he hit, he did for 5. So I'm not fancying my odds.
No. You see, I told you it'd be alright.
The tension in this stuff just gets to me.
I know, you should listen to your mother more often.
Yes, I should. Mother dearest.
I know things. Nothing related to this, but I do know things.
You do. Report, Kepra. Well, we got the squad out alive, Magos. That has to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron war form capable of capability well beyond our expectations. Yes, I do not need to hold my emotional engrams. However, one battle won is not a success. We will eventually face losses on this mission. When this happens, we must press on, beyond our failures, to reach success. And there's something else. The reanimation. The Necrons are waking up. It started when Resak stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. The obelisk may be in a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. Then we no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we do on Silva Tenebris, it must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We do not even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. Basically, Necrons decided to go dormant after killing their gods and whatnot. They decided to go dormant in hopes for all life in the galaxy to die out.
Yeah.
There may be more to it, but that's all I can remember at the time. And at the moment. But so they all went into stasis chambers on various planets throughout their empires. These stasis complexes, they're tombs buried deep underground. So there's whole cities built across worlds, hive worlds or agri worlds, forge worlds, built right on top of Necron tombs, and they have no idea.
Yeah.
So the Necrons wake up, and suddenly the people have angry mechanical zombie Egyptians with Gauss weaponry under their feet.
Okay.
It's not a fun time.
No.
So yeah, for this could be a minor tomb complex, a small affair, probably not, knowing our luck. And sometimes the stasis doesn't work right, so you end up with destroyers. As far as I know, destroyers just have a few screws loose from being awake the entire time and unable to move or do anything.
Right. Lovely.
We are under the gun then. Omnissiah preserve us, if her duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cores, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision-making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that when one method fails, another must be sought, until all are exhausted. Then what are your orders, Magos? The Skitarii will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. I shall mobilize the Skitarii immediately, Magos. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necrons rarely/never observed. Potential of +++ intelligence on Necrons added to some total of human knowledge. Imperative. Focus on acquiring artifacts intelligence data from. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Skevoa. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archmagos Borasus. Appendix 9. Our only objective should be the death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah creed. If intelligence gain equal true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. I return fascination at your conflict and choose to experience it. There'll be bloodshed enough on Silva Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In our purpose we're united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes. It shall be done. So yeah, that's combat.
Okay.
And all this talking. Again,
Right.
it is the tutorial, and just well, we're just done it, so
Yeah.
they're just like establishing things. So,
Okay.
and this is the song I kept playing while I was building the PC.
Okay.
So,
I like it.
I felt fitting, you know.
Yeah.
Tech priest, so straight put together a PC. It felt fitting. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Scutari have been monitoring this structure we uncovered. What they found gives me grave concern. Explain, Xenobiologist. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Resek accidentally began the process, and our intrusion in structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silva Tenebris will create these structures and contain the constructs within. That may not be enough, Magos. I've detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols, and the rate of the Necrons are awakening. They're speeding up. Can you be certain? The Necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If the reanimation protocol continue to accelerate, they'll fully reawaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours. 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures, that will constitute a Necron army beyond this mission's ability to contain. I see. Then our time here is limited. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. I will send Scutari scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high priority missions, sir. If the threat on Silva Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before full reanimation is reached, we'll be forced to abandon the planet. Look at the top left corner of the screen. This is the Necron Awakening meter. This shows you how many Necron tombs have awoken on Silva Tenebris. Try and gather as much information and tech before reaching 100%. I fear they are right. I feel fear too, that it's part of my humanity I've chosen to retain. But I can quarantine it in my neural vaults and choose instead to focus on what must be done. We must choose our missions wisely. It will not be easy. The Omnicide did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present in this world will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Thus the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. A Copris sector located. This tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves not to illuminate, but to only make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. Design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge in a structure as live and aware as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate the worlds are made of substances not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to alien understanding. The weight of this blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely they're the only dangers here. Welcome to the Cassius McKellen, an Mechanicus class battleship. This class of ship is one of the largest in the Imperium and is only afforded to Adeptus Mechanicus. From here, you'll be able to customize your tech briefs and prepare for missions ahead. You can select missions from the character portraits on the left screen. Before we go on a mission, we should inspect and equip our tech priests. Head over to Cohort tab. So now we're finally on the main menu here.
Okay.
Or on the hub screen.
Yeah.
So What do you think so far?
It's interesting.
It
is interesting, yeah. I'm not sure if I'd be any good at it.
Can always give it a try if you want.
Yeah. I might do.
Like, I'm not sure how harsh of a time limit this is. Or what happens when you hit 100%.
Yeah.
Presumably everything will get a lot harder, but for all I know, it's just a loss if you haven't done enough.
Yeah.
They could go that way.
They could.
So, and I'm not sure if there's any way to put back the awakening. It seems like you can do it a little on missions, but I'm not sure if there's any way to put back progress overall.
Okay.
In the videos we saw, you saw a bar going up. As it went up, like, it would factor into the awakening process. But on a mission, you could push it back a bit. So it so they woke up less from that mission than they otherwise would.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if there's any way on a global scale to push back their awakening process.
Yeah.
To reduce this gauge. There's ways of reducing gauges that feed into this, but I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Welcome to Cohort Quarters. Here you can see all the available tech priests and troops units currently unlocked. Troop units are shown at the top of the screen. Here you can see what troops each has, what skills each troop has available, and all statistics for each unit. Tech priests are shown at the bottom of 6 slots. Left mouse button to begin customization. Magos Menarius, Magos Jeremiah. Oh, you were an apprentice previously. Well done on the promotion. And there's a servitor. Welcome to Tech Priest customization screen. There are many ways to customize a Tech Priest. You can change your weapons, body augments, backpack upgrades, and more. You can upgrade your Tech Priests. Head to the Disciplines button near the Tech Priest portrait now. This is Discipline screen. From here you can upgrade your Tech Priest using Blackstone. Each discipline is focused on a different playstyle. Select one of the skills from the 6 discipline skill trees now. So, explorers take on the quest for knowledge more than either discipline. They reach far into the depths of unknown space, searching across archaeotech new species and even new worlds. They're masters of man and machine, and second, they wield the often rare trait of charisma and endurance. With their inspiring leadership, they have to multiply the efficiency of Skitari tenfold. Tech Auxilium. An often overlooked discipline, the Tech Auxilium takes on tasks that other Tech Priests avoid. They are the oil within an engine. They keep the great Mechanicus cog running as smoothly as they can. Rigorous Lex Mechanic. Rigorous catalogers, Lex Mechanics compile, analyze, and run data entry tasks, capable of finding valuable data among indecipherable texts, maps, and other obscure forms such as enemies' weaknesses in battle. Engiseer. Unlike other priests, Engiseers are found to serve on almost every Imperial planet and galaxy, seeing to the well-being and maintenance of all things mechanical. Dominus. Dominus is heavily trained in the art of war, using their skills to monitor and calculate highly complex battle maneuvers in the blink of an eye. So...
Okay.
Every other slot they get a thing, but I know they get upgrades for, like, they get body augments and whatnot.
Okay.
So that might be the slots in between.
Maybe.
So I'm not sure. But like this one here, reveal enemy statistics within melee range. So just being near enemies reveals their stats. Rather than having to scan them or otherwise.
Yeah.
Troops gain 1 damage, 4 movement, and 15% critical chance. So you could send out your Cervical Skull to boost them.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
It is.
Cognition freedom. Your next weapon's attack cognition cost is reduced by 2 cognition points. That's useful. Because that gun they had in the previous thing required 2, so I could get a free shot every 3 turns.
Okay.
That's useful. Generate
It
1
is.
cognition point at the beginning of the unit's turn if gauge is empty. Cleansing ointments. Active. Cleanse the target of any negative effects. Passive. Negative effects last one less turn. And this increases range for for ranged weapons by 4.
Okay.
So, you spec people in particular ways and build them accordingly.
Yeah.
So, here folks, BRB.